Hello and welcome back to the James McLean Sports Journalism channel. Now, we are carrying on the series of how I got in and started writing with the publications that I have been so far in my, up to this point where I am a second year sports journalism student, about to end my second year and go into my final year, with me explaining to any aspiring sports journalists out there how to get your start in the industry and how you can then leverage that onto a bigger outlet. So we're doing today about the actual first ever publication I wrote for, which was VAVEL. I'm still there now, sort of phasing out, but I'm still there. This was, as I said, this was the first publication I ever wrote for, and we're going to set the scene again. Context is important, which if you want to be a sports journalist, you'll learn very quickly. So this ball started rolling in actually Welcome Week, my first ever week of university. There was a Meet the Graduates talk. It's part of the Welcome Week, as they called it. You obviously, self-explanatory, you meet the graduates who have done the course and gone on to big things. And one of them, you may know him, Dan George. He works at BBC Sport. He, as I said, he works at BBC Sport, and after the talk, there was time to sort of have one-to-one time with the graduates and just basically pick their brains. And before that happened, there was obviously a standard Q&A session after the people had spoken about what they've done since leaving uni. And Dan mentioned the VAVEL as a good place to start. So at the end of the talk, as I said, I went to have a chat with him one-to-one. He showed me the Twitter account of VAVEL and told me how to contact them, which I did the very next day or a couple of days after. And it's a standard process as Non-League Paper and Give Me Sport were. Sent plenty of work examples, and then the bloke came back. He was actually Spanish, the guy that came back to me. But there wasn't much of a language barrier, so we were all right. So I sent those. He came back saying, yeah, all good, your work's cool. Give me a few days and I'll set up your profile. Which he did eventually after some WhatsApp communications. But one thing I did have to do was mention to him what I wanted to write about. So I picked F1 boxing, and I wanted to do a general standard football writing job as well. But the thing is with VAVEL, there's dedicated. It probably isn't just VAVEL. Every sporting organisation in terms of news probably has dedicated offices for each club. So VAVEL have that too. So I got put in with the Man City one, and then proceeded to do one article about Man City up to today. So that didn't really stick. But I kept on with the F1 and boxing stuff. So once I told him what I wanted to do and he gave me the Man City one alongside that, he set up my profile, I logged in and got writing. It's as simple as that. So again, it's a case of, but actually, important point, the person that came back to me isn't there anymore. But I'm sure if you go and find the editor-in-chief, Aaron Jaff, at the moment, great guy. He's helped me out with formatting and plenty of other things. And Jack Netting, they're the deputy editor-in-chief and editor-in-chief. That's a lot of editors. Yeah, you can't say it clearly all the time. Saying editors too many times is a tongue twister. So if you find them, you'll find them if you search their name. So if you wanted to make your break with VAVEL, they're the ones to contact, and they'll run you through how it works. So the bottom line is, again, I'm like Stone Cold Steve Austin. The bottom line is, again, it's a case of sending your work, finding the people that you want to contact that can get you to start the process of getting in this case VAVEL or any other publications, but because this video is focused on VAVEL, find editor-in-chief or a relevant editor. They've all got profiles, so you can go and search them. If you search up VAVEL Club Editor, it'll come up. So that's your way to get in there. Then obviously it's another case of sending your work examples, and it's as simple as that. You get your details, log in, start writing. Then once you finished your first piece, there's a couple of subject handles in the top left. You pick those, then you obviously click save. You don't want to do an article, a long article, and then you don't save it and it gets deleted. Once you click save, it's ready to publish, and then the editor will see that, the relevant editor for that section of the website. They'll see that and either suggest edits or put it up, and then you've got your first byline. So everyone's a winner. So that is how I started off with VAVEL. It's as I just said, but I'm going to make it simple as I've done in every other video in this series. Tell you at the end the simple process. Find editor-in-chief or find a relevant editor. Send your work examples, have your work examples ready. Get your login details, start writing, put it in the relevant category and save, and then wait for the editor to put it up. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.